Good morning. Today is Saturday. I think it's almost noon. I sometimes start these vlogs late on days when I have all my stuff to do, but you know, I was real busy this morning and it kind of sucks a bit because in the morning I just want to like watch cartoons like when you were a kid and you can just watch cartoons all morning, but instead you're like, I need to get up, I need to start my errands, do your cleaning and laundry and all that stuff. So most of that is done now. Hooray. My friend and neighbor just got a foster dog today. It's this Stafford or Staffshire, I don't know. One of those dogs that kind of looks like a pit, but it's not a pit. Anyway, so he asked me to keep an ear out in case the dog starts crying, because he's crated right now and I think my neighbor had to leave, but I don't hear anything. I don't hear the dog. He's not making any noise, okay? But I look forward to meeting the dog later. Yeah, my friend he just picked up the dog today, this morning, from the Humane Society, and he's gonna foster him for a bit, see how it goes, and possibly adopt him. The good thing is that my friend can take dogs to work with him all day when he lectures and teaches at university. So that's really nice. My building is very strictly against dogs because of all the labs and all the lab equipment and all the materials in there. You can't have dogs in my building, but other buildings and departments are not as strict. So it just depends where you work at campus. So yeah, today actually is the day I was thinking about going up to Solvang, that little Danish village like 30 or 40 minutes up from here, as an anxiety exercise. But because it's been raining, and it rained this morning, and there have been so many accidents up near there, like there's this one highway called the 154, there have been accidents, and then up near kind of like Gaviota Pass in Bealton, Solvang-ish area, there have been a few accidents. So it's not the safest time to drive, so I decided not doing that today. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Depends how the roads are and how I'm feeling. But I decided I am gonna go out to a restaurant today and actually eat there, which I never do and I don't like to do because I get nervous. I think like it's even worse when you're at a restaurant and you place an order and you have to wait to get your bill and wait to get your food. Like normally I just order food to go and take it home and sit down and watch TV with the cats and chill out, and that's the most comfortable, like easiest way for me to do things. But that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to face fears, go out and do new things. So let me close my window in case it's loud outside. Yeah, so I'm gonna go to a restaurant by myself, get some lunch. I'm going to Jane. They just opened up a second location closer to UCSB, so that's what I'm going to. They have some things they're really well known for. Their coconut cake is probably the thing they're super famous for, and then they also have some other good dishes. Like there's this onion ring thing that you can get. It's supposed to be like a spicy onion ring. It might be beer batter dipped or something. I don't know. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna get. And when I'm nervous, I tend to not eat that much. So we'll see. I don't know. I'll just try to go there, probably sit at the bar by myself, and then see what I can order. Hopefully they should be open. I don't know. They just opened up, so I'm not really sure their hours. It's not online yet. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. This is today's anxiety exercise. Yeah, so I might bring you along to Jane. We'll see. I'm not really sure. Yeah, in restaurants it might be a bit uncomfortable to pull out a camera. All right, I'm here at Jane restaurant. To the right is Pascucci, which is an Italian restaurant that also has a location downtown on State Street. So Jane also is on State Street. I think they're more towards Upper though. Jane is. And they've got this outdoor dining area to the side. There have been a few iterations here of different restaurants. It's pretty. This is cute. What a cute little sign. Hi. So quiet. I just had a really nice meal. Mostly thanks to the really nice couple who ended up sitting next to me. When I first got to the restaurant, I sat at the bar and gosh, it's hot in here. Yeah, so when I first got in, I sat at the bar by myself and there was one couple that was leaving and then one single guy sitting at a table by himself. So I just sat at the bar and thankfully more people started to show up. And then this other couple who live in the area, and they recommended a few restaurants to me. They recommended Mesa Verde up on the mesa, and then some sushi place out in Montecito. Anyways, we ended up talking about food. When they showed up, the woman said, "Oh, those onion rings look good," because I had ordered these onion rings. And I said, "Oh, do you want one?" And I gave her one, and then she liked it, but she didn't want to order them for herself. So as we were talking towards the end, I said, "Do you want the rest of these onion rings?" Like, I had 2 or 3, but I didn't want a whole plate full of them. So I was just going to give them to her, and then she insisted on paying for them and taking them off my bill, which was very nice of her, but then it was kind of like awkward because they actually put it on my bill. And then I wasn't going to say anything, you know what I mean, because I was planning to order it, pay for it anyway. So they were just really nice. And she actually works in a different department on campus as a professor. I don't think I know what the husband does. He might be retired. Anyway, so we just ended up chatting about food and restaurants, and she gave me some recommendations on good stuff here. So it was nice. Yeah, I really liked just meeting other people and talking to them. And the woman who the restaurant is named after, the actual Jane, there's the restaurant right over there. She was working. She actually told me at one point to not take some pictures because I was going around like taking pictures of the space and taking pictures of these cakes, and the cakes were right next to this like bus station, and she said, "Oh, please don't take those pictures of those cakes and stuff. I don't want people to see them online, like pictures of the bus station looking messy." And I felt really kind of weird about that and getting called out, and kind of like you're a kid who's in trouble at school. But at the end of the meal, I was in a better mood due to talking to those the couple next to me. So I went and apologized. I said, "Sorry about taking those pictures. Please rest assured they won't see the light of day. If anything, I'll take those dessert pictures and text them to my mom so she can see what the desserts look like, but I won't post them online, so you don't have to worry." And she said sorry if I was rude or something. She just said she's very protective over the space there and how it looks because they're still setting things up. It looks beautiful. It looks really nice inside. So overall, I'd say the meal was good. I did not eat that much of my pasta because I don't like to eat a lot all at once, like out in public near people. Sometimes if I'm at home, I'll chow down, but out in public, I don't know. And I did get some coconut cake to go. That is their like signature dessert, the coconut cake. You gotta get it. So I'll have that later on. Yeah, so overall, the lunch out went well. I wasn't super nervous. It was just a bit awkward when the woman, Jane, asked me to not take pictures of the desserts. The desserts are beautiful. How could I not want to take pictures of it? They had it out in the open, coconut cake and all this other stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm going to take pictures. This was when nobody else was in. It was just the couple had left and there was just one guy sitting on a table behind me. So I was like, I'm gonna walk around and look at this space. You know, but now there's a couple more couples there, so it's not as dead. Anyways, yeah, so the lunch out at Jane went well. I'm glad I saw other people and could chat with them, so I wasn't totally bored. And it was nice to see them. And they paid for the onion rings. Yay! So today I actually haven't been up to too much. You know, after that lunch, I just kind of came home and I've been hanging out. I did write a Yelp review. As soon as I got home, I was like, I'm gonna write all about this on Yelp. Oh, there's Stitch behind me. Yeah, so I kind of wish I could give the restaurant 3.5 stars, but you can't do a half a star. I was just really annoyed about the woman Jane telling me not to take pictures of those cakes because behind it was like the area where they prepare coffee and drinks and stuff like that. And her specific wording was, I appreciate your enthusiasm for taking pictures. However, please don't take pictures of areas behind the scenes. And I was like, behind the scenes? I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not in, you know what I mean? Everyone can see the cakes here. Everyone can see this bar area where you make all the coffee and stuff. It was just weird. It was weird and it made me feel really uncomfortable. So, oh well. Anyways, yeah, so I haven't been up to too much. I did get to meet my neighbor's dog, the one that he is fostering, and this dog is a little bit whiny at times, like hopefully it's just trying to get used to this new environment and stuff. So yeah, I did make a little special hat for Fig because tomorrow's his birthday and he turns 1 year old. and it only happens once, and he's my baby. So this is a hat I made for him. I just used this old Hello Kitty birthday hat as like a template, and then I put this yellow construction paper around it, and then I printed out this picture of Fig, the actual, like, you know, one from Pinocchio, and wrote the name on it. So I'm gonna stick that on Fig tomorrow, and he's gonna hate it because he doesn't like to wear hats or costumes. Stitch is a lot better about it. Stitch, like, he doesn't like it, but he's not gonna spaz out. So we'll have a very quick birthday celebration for Fig tomorrow. Hey there, good morning. Today is Sunday. Yay. Woo. I woke up and I was like, oh no, am I going to Solvang today? This is so scary. I was thinking I'd rather do the manicure, even though that used to make me really nervous. It doesn't as much anymore, although I only successfully went once for the gel manicure and then the pedicure a separate time. But that still is more low-key and manageable to me than driving up to Solvang. So Solvang is north of me. It's about 40 minutes away according to Google Maps. Oh, there's Stitch. I think what makes me nervous is I haven't driven that direction very much, and there's like no exits or stops or breaks. Really, when you go up northbound, there's like not the Rincon, that's south of here. There's the Gaviota Coast, so there's some ocean for a little bit. And some people, I think, camp around there and, you know, bring RVs and stuff. And then you kind of go more inland, and it's kind of swervy, and there's a big tunnel I don't like. I remember I kind of get scared around tunnels sometimes. I don't like being stuck in them. Yeah, it's just kind of swervy, and then it's like mountains and cowland, and yeah, there's no stops or breaks really. Places you could stop off at, which I like to have. I like to have exits nearby. I like to be able to get off, and I also like to have access to bathrooms, and there are none. There used to be there is the Gaviota rest stop, but it's closed again. It closes all the time. So yeah, it'd just be like 30 to 40 minutes of just straight driving. I think once I hit Buellton, then there are places, and then I'd have to switch to a different highway to go to Solvang, which is known as like the little Danish village or something like that. And I think Solvang's just been on my mind because it sounds more interesting than like Buellton in terms of areas up north. There's also like Los Olivos where people do wine tasting, and then Santa Maria, not too much I'd say to see there. I had a boyfriend whose family lived up there, so that's the last time I drove up there. It was quite a while ago. I think they were up near, was it Nipomo, which is right before Santa Maria. And then San Luis Obispo is like maybe another half hour past there, so that's about an hour and a half from me, I think. I've never been up to there. Local people call it SLO, S-L-O, instead of saying San Luis Obispo. There's a college up there, there's Cal Poly. I think people call it Cal Poly because there's a lot of cows up there. Anyways, I'm not too familiar with the areas north of here. You know, my mom lives south, so that's the direction towards LA and stuff, so I'm more familiar with that direction than I am northbound. Come here, Fig. He's not moving. I've got presents. I've got a new platinum Drinkwell thing. He does have one that we kindly, the old one broke down, so we got one for my friend Kim, which was very sweet. So I'm just gonna have two. I don't know, I just thought he likes those ones so much. So he's got a new Drinkwell thing. And then some snacks that I actually got a while ago and never gave him, so I stuck a bow on it. And then his little treat, my treat, is this coconut cake that I got at Jane yesterday and saved. And I thought I had a candle that said a 1 on it, but I can't find it. So he can have maybe a tiny little lick, but that's it. And then his birthday hat that I still need to put on him. Fig, it's your birthday. You're a year old today, baby. Do you want to come celebrate your birthday with me? Come on. It's your birthday. Come on, Figgies. Good boy. You're my good boy. What do I have for you? What do I have for you? Look. I'm going to put the cake on the floor. Look, there's a cake and some presents for you. And I've got a big hat that you don't want to put on. You can have a little lick, but not too much. And there's your hat. Happy birthday, Fig. Happy birthday. I'm going to see if I can take some pictures now. And then Stitch tried to eat the coconut cake, so I picked it up. He would. He's the one who always tries to steal my food. Him, not as much. He does like ice cream, though. And I can't really get this hat to go on Fig. He doesn't want to wear it. Maybe Stitch can wear it. Celebrate your brother's birthday. This hat is way too big for a cat. Oh my gosh. It's way too big. Maybe I'll put it on. Hey, I'm in my car getting ready to head up to Solvang. I'm nervous and scared. I start singing to myself because I'm nervous. I don't know. My hands aren't quite shaking yet, but I'm just scared and I'm nervous and I don't want to do it, but I know I need to do it. Like, you need to challenge yourself to get over fears, but it's really scary and really hard, and it's warm in this car, and I'm gonna start sweating, and I just don't. I mean, it's like a 30-minute drive. Just think it's like a 30-minute drive, but then there's no exits and stuff, and I can't really get off anywhere, and I'm just gonna be there. I'm gonna be in my car, and I don't want to. I just want to stay at home with my cats. Isn't that what would be the nice, easy thing to do? But you need to, okay, I need to do this because I need to challenge myself because, ooh, I hit 9,000 miles on my car. I just noticed that, because then eventually I can fly up to my sister and I can see Mackenzie, who I love and miss so much, and I can meet baby Elizabeth. She's 3 months old and she's starting to smile, and she just giggled the other day, the first time she laughed. It is so cute. I need to see the baby girls, so I need to do this for them. That helps me when I think, what is my goal? It's to see the little girls. That gives me more perspective, instead of just thinking about driving to this stupid Danish town. Solvang. Who wants to go to Solvang? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drive, and then I'm gonna get a really good lunch at this place that serves yummy food. Look at where I'm at. I'm in Solvang with a bunch of other tourists. While I was driving here, I was like, oh my god, why do I want to come here? That sounds so rude, but like, driving up here, it was all, I did see something. It was either alpacas or llamas or something, and then some cows, and it was all this like farms and ranch. And then once I got up to Solvang, I was like, really? Here? I don't know. I mean, I know that I wanted to come here because it's somewhere that makes me nervous, driving up northbound and not having exits and stuff like that. But in terms of actually coming to this town, I don't think it has many things that would normally appeal to me. So it's definitely a lot of like tourists, and I don't know. I know some coworkers live up this way. They live up near Buellton because it's a lot cheaper. Buellton, oh, my sunglasses are stuck. And like, where else Lompoc? Yeah, you can buy houses a lot cheaper there. You just gotta commute. It's like half an hour or more. You gotta commute down to Santa Barbara. So yeah, a lot of people buy homes around the area because it's cheaper. I didn't know where to park at, and I don't know. So I just parked in this 15-minute space, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna walk around or if I'm just gonna go get some food and then leave. I kind of would rather walk around a bit, especially after doing all this, like, oh, maybe I can park over there. Maybe I should move my car. I've got this sunglasses stuck in my head and I can't get it. The hotel sort of has that same feel that a lot of other places around here do have. Just kind of like that, I guess, Scandinavian roof feel. And there is the restaurant that I'm going to, the Succulent Cafe, Wine and Charcuterie. And that's the public parking lot I was trying to park in but couldn't find any spaces. So let's see if I can cross over here. I think this is the main drag, I'm guessing. And there's a little windmill over here. And here we are at Succulent Cafe, Wine and Charcuterie. Got a little piggy saying order. Here's the menu. then they've got these sliding barn doors. A lot of interesting artwork. Cows, chickens. Very country themed. And then they have an indoor dining space here along with a bar. And then there's the outdoor dining where I came in earlier. So. Now the line's gotten smaller. Alright, I'm just going to show you the food I got real quick. I got this cheese plate. It's a 3 cheese plate. This is a cheese. It looks real hard. This, and I'm thinking that might be a cheese. I'm not too sure. I don't know what types of cheeses they are. And that's some jam, some olives, and dried fruit like apricots and stuff. Normally this looks really beautiful when you order it there, and they have this pig-shaped cutting board, but it doesn't look as cute when you get it to go, but that's okay. At least I'll get to try it. And then this is their burger. Ew, I don't like onions. Not sure how hot things, it's still kind of warm, are, but excuse me. Yeah, this is their bacon burger, I think that's what it's called. Anyways, I just washed my hands so they're clean. Anyways, I'm gonna eat this and then I'll see you. I am back home now. I am sitting down with little Fig here. He had a very exhausting birthday celebration. So he's gotta nap it off. Nap it off, little buddy. The drive up there today was stressful for me. I got really nervous and anxious, and I had to calm down and like focus on my breathing. Just slow, deep breathing and stuff, because I felt like when you get really nervous, sometimes it's hard to breathe and you're not getting enough, like, not oxygen, is it? I don't know, something. Something happened, so I had to really like slow down, focus on my breathing, and the drive up was not pleasant, to be quite honest. I was not comfortable and I was not having fun. And then once I got to Solvang, I was a bit on edge and uncomfortable, and I just wanted to get the heck out of there. Once I had ordered and I was waiting for my food, I was very antsy and I wanted to leave. I just wanted to get out of there and I wanted to come back home. So yeah, the drive back did go a lot better though. It was very quick, it didn't take too long. At least it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel as long as a drive up there. So yeah, I'm glad that I did it, that I did drive up to that town. But I feel like next weekend I want to do things that are not as stressful. The thing is, like on weekdays, I'm at work all day, right? So I'm gone for about, usually it's around 10 hours I'm gone. And when I come home, I'm tired and I'm done and I just want to chill out and eat dinner and relax. So the only opportunities that I have to work on these kind of anxiety causing situations is on the weekends when I do these vlogs. So most of my normal work days and weekdays are not like this. I'm not, you know, of course, going out and doing things. I'm sitting in the office working on things. So I know the theme of these vlogs have kind of like changed as I've been trying to do more activities to face my fears and stuff. So yeah, just this weekend in particular felt more stressful, probably due to today's drive up north. So it really makes me want to just relax next weekend and do fun things I like around the town, like to go to Say Cheese, yum, get some cheese, and maybe look at the roses at the mission, at the Santa Barbara Mission. There's a rose garden there. Just do pretty local things that aren't going to stress me out as much. Because you need your downtime, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to find that mix of wanting downtime versus this is the only time on weekends is when I can do these kind of things and try to work on these anxiety issues that I'm seeing a doctor for. So yeah, anywho, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I guess and thank you for your support as well. It's always nice having comments. They're my favorite things, getting nice comments to these videos. So I hope you had a good weekend and take care. Bye-bye.